Welcome to the Mario era, chapter 100.
The end of Mario. It's a Mario. Can you believe it? It's 100 episodes of the Mario era.
Which basically is like 100 weeks.
100. Yes, I did know how to say 100 in Spanish. Thank you, Toast. Ye of little faith. It's cien. Cien. Cien de Mario. Cien. Now it's gonna get real crazy after that.
So let's be listen. So kind of this perfect time, 2-year in review. So when we sat here for episode 1, he had just been hired. We reset the clock for the Mario era, and now we're about to do episode 100. I think all three of us should give an overall grade right now.
An overall grade.
Let's just admit, I don't think any of us would have suspected that this is where we'd be, right? We would have expected a little more glory.
A little more.
A little more glory. Just tad.
A little more. I expected a little more, but maybe, and in speaking to some people, this did come out to me. Maybe this program had to be gutted, and completely started over. I'm talking down to the studs. Everything needed to be new. And that, number one, gets worse before it gets better. Number 2, takes longer than you would expect. And number 3, always breaks the budget.
I'm going to make an old person reference here. So you're saying that basically this program was at the state of unnecessary roughness, and we were a fraction away from having a female kicker.
Yeah, but she was Kathy Ireland was a hot.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it was Kathy Ireland.
Yeah,
I was in. I was all in. Yeah,
That's all we need to do to get Kathy Ireland on our team. All right,
We're
not sucking for luck. We're sucking for Ireland.
Because, and think about it, because it's you can get by, and you can put lipstick on a pig, and you could put Band-Aids and bandages and everything on everything that's seeping and leaking and dripping and all that stuff, and you can manage. And what have we done for the better part of 2 decades? We've just managed to get by. We've had 1 double-digit win season in 20 years. So what does that tell you? You're just managing the mediocrity. That's all you're doing. And until you rip it down, absolutely destroy it, take it to the slab and start over, that's all you'll continue to do. We had chances. The portal opened. We had chances, and we still couldn't do it. Why? Because I think everything above the foundation was shit. So, did I think we'd be here? No. I also didn't know how bad it was.
So grade.
Ooh. I'll go. This is hard because I also bring game management into play. Overall, I'm going to go B-.
B+. I don't know. From the second he asked that question, and it sounds like preposterous, right? I agree, Scoop, because you kind of stole a lot of my thunder. I felt when you look at it, was such a rebuild. It was. And I'm looking at it, I have to, you can't discredit, you can't discount the whole game management side of it, because that's in its own essence, especially last year.
That's what got me
F.
to the minus.
F. Okay, that's an F. But I'm just saying you got a new multi-million-dollar facility. You're on the verge of having 2 top 10 classes, which more look like top 5, because you're going to finish around 6. So you get lumped into a top 10 class. You're closer to the top 5 than you are a top 10. You're not at 9, you're at 6. It's the closer thing. You see the roster improvement that they have. You saw the ability to get coaches you didn't think you were going to get in the past. You see the ability to open up the wallet that you never saw before. I don't like the records, but I like the trajectory. So in that, I'm going to say B+. I don't like the record. The record and the game management, no, I'm going to put that separate. I'm just saying the overall state of affair. You're like, well, how could you do that? How could you discount the no. I didn't have a good feeling last season. I think we're going to nail the portal, and I have a good feeling for next season. B+.
I am going C+. Yeah, total grade. I can't discount the influx of talent the roster has had. And I would just say that we're in a situation where you have to hope that it was a true gut job that was needed and that this was necessary, because I would just say plenty of other programs have had a resurgence without needing to be gutted like that. You know, coming off the seasons that we haven't had, you know, I'm just saying other teams haven't needed to do that. So, but hopefully, I mean, listen, that's where we are. So that's the narrative that is, hey, we didn't realize that he had to tear it down to the studs. Fine, that's good. But there's no other alternate angle here now. Like, this has to work, or else it was an utter failure.
Well, I think I think the only way, right? So I agree with you on the other programs have done it, and they've turned it on quicker, and they've had better success in a shorter amount of time. But for the most part, been flashes in the pan, right? I believe what you're shaking your head. I mean, for the most part, they have.
I'm shaking my head.
The ones that have turned around.
I was going to ask a question because you're stealing my thunder twice.
Twice? Well, I'm good for this. So I believe this is a much longer tenured success story.
So this will stick longer.
Correct.
Gotcha.
I think he's trying to build it to where, from what he's seen, right? He's seen Bama internally and understands the culture that it's. Well, sorry. Here, you know what? I'm going to stop talking. Ro, take over.
Go ahead.
No, I've lost my train of thought.
This is awesome.
No.
This is awesome.
No.
Three, because I was just going to ask, what teams have been sustainable? What teams that we've had in these 20 years? There's a handful of teams. What are they? Alabama.
Ohio State.
You could probably put Clemson in there. They only had one really off season. Mm-hmm. Michigan's starting to do it.
None of them happen quickly.
Georgia's starting to do it. And how have they done it?
Well, so I would say this. Kirby didn't have to tear down Georgia. Georgia had 15 very good years with Mark Richt. Like, it's not as if it needed to be gutted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but his first 2 years,
but he's taken it to a different level.
No, he absolutely took it to a different level, but he didn't have to gut it.
Well, he came in and the walls were already up.
Yeah. There was already a decent foundation.
I think in terms of cultural issues, we had plenty. Remember, Toast, that was the first 50 episodes. If we're going to say season 1 was up to 50, season 2 was up 50 episodes, right? The first 50, you were just like, these aren't his guys. These aren't his guys. It's a culture issue. He's got to bring in his guys. Next year, it's his guys. And we didn't have the culture issue. These guys played hard. The games were closer. They were tight. They were hard fought. You didn't really hear, knock on wood, there wasn't the customary Manny shenanigans, right? There wasn't this guy suspended for this guy suspended for this.
See, now you're stealing my thing.
How
many suspensions did we have?
I wanted to go C-D+, but you can't, because, I mean, you can't ignore the culture change that has happened in the locker room. You can't ignore it. You can be as pissed off as you want about what happens on the sideline during games with his management. You can be pissed off about roster management. But when it comes to, once again, during those 60 minutes in between the sidelines, those kids never quit all season long. All season long.
And something else you're going to have to probably give a little credit to, it's premature now, but when this NFL draft happens, there's a good chance that Cam, James, LT, Cohen, Lee are all like 3rd-round picks and maybe below. You know what I'm saying? You can argue. I mean, it just takes one guy to like James a lot, and there's teams that don't like James, and he's not in that discussion, or any one of those guys. Right? But you can see Matt Lee as a 3rd-round pick. I can see Cohen as a 1st-round pick. DT, yeah, 3rd, late in the 1st round. You might have LT. He's a defensive tackle. They come at a premium. But there's guys that could be. When have we had that? We haven't had that in so long, right? And that's, some of those players weren't recruited by Mario, but you got to give him a little bit of credit because he developed those players. That's something else that's changed. And I think you're going to see that to be more commonplace. Maui Noah, when it's come times, that guy's going to be a first-round pick if he stays healthy. Mark Fletcher's going to be within 3 rounds. You're going to start to see it here. And Manny, sorry. Congratulations to Manny because
head coach Duke, you mean?
Yeah, the head coach of Duke. But Mario said it. I don't have a bunch of NFL people coming down here to watch my guys, and I got to change that. And when he changes that, to Scoop's original point, that's sustainable. I think that becomes sustainable, and we haven't had that routinely. We didn't even have a damn place to do. Come on, do you know how embarrassing it was when we were doing like our NFL draft days, like in a monsoon? You know what I'm saying? How like these kids, poor kids, trying to show out for an NFL executive, and they're like, we didn't have an IP. I mean, so much has changed. So much has changed.
All right. So, some other news that went down this week. First of all, we got to say congratulations to Tyler. He has landed at Wisconsin. So I think it'll be, he's got Longo, he's got Fickle, he's got Camp Randall's a great atmosphere. Best of luck to him. Hope he does great up there. Love Madison. Madison's a fun city.
He's from the Northeast, so he's not going to be a stranger.
Bro, Madison looks just like Connecticut. You wake up, you're like, oh, I'm in Connecticut. No, I'm in Madison.
Yeah, in Connecticut. So apparently, and I didn't know this, Novak told me that the home course for the Wisconsin golf team, it's called University. Oh, God, now I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
He says one of his favorite courses ever.
Really?
Won a college tournament there, and Stricker holds his Champions Tour tournament there every year. That's absolutely fabulous.
Nice.
So apparently there's a lot of good golf up there. Whistling Straits is up there.
Yeah, Whistling Straits is what I thought you were going to say. I mean, that's legendary.
I don't know. I may have to make my way to Madison. Look, so good for him, man. I'm stoked for him. I'm stoked. I think Phil Longo is going to be great for him, and it'll be interesting. But
listen,
we'll see how thick his blood is from being down here for 4 years.
Right?
He's going to need a month or two, but he'll get back to it.
Let's talk about
quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks. What are we thinking, boys? Like, there's a couple guys who are in town. So we had both Cam Ward and Howard, correct? We're in town. And I think that's who it was. Met with the staff, and that's about all we know.
Yeah. And that's all we're going to know anytime soon, because apparently Cam is now taking a trip to Florida State. That The Athletic reported that. And obviously this is part of it, right? This is the free agency kind of a market team. They're going to go ahead and shop around. They're going to get the best deals. They have a chance to be recruited again for the second and third times in a lot of these cases. In both instances, I feel after watching Shannon Dawson's offense and looking at it again, looking at it from a fresh perspective, that offense could go ahead and expand if they added one of those two in terms of their mobility, because those are guys that are going to be able to keep the ball if they need to. They're going to be, if it's not there, they can chunk you up with some with their feet. And I think that's going to even open up the run game. I go back to like the Rick years when we'd run that IZ bubble attachment that, Kai was like, oh, IZ bubble screen, right? That's what we read. But when you had the mobile element of Nkosi in there, next thing you know, like guys are running after the quarterback, and then the running backs are just running free. And I think that's going to help Shannon. We'll see. There, by all intents and purposes, that's 1A and 1B. Now Malik Murphy just hit the fold. Texas quarterback
going to the playoff, bailing out of the playoff.
Yeah. Playoff. So obviously
that's pretty wild, right? I mean,
first player to ever do it.
Yeah. I think he's too late in the fold for us.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you're right. It's 1A, 1B, and I tweeted out today. It honestly, for the staff, it could be 1A, 1A. They're both very good, right? We had this discussion. If they were great, they wouldn't be in this situation. They're both very good quarterbacks, and they're both going to be, like you said, they're going to add an element to Shannon's offense. Both of them are very mobile. Obviously, Cam Ward is more electric than Will Howard, but Will Howard is dare I say, runs like a Tim Tebow, right? He's a tight end. He's a tight end who can run your ass over with wheels. So he, and a lot of his runs came on design runs for him. So he had 370, 380 yards last year rushing, I think. Throws a really nice ball. He's he's got that moxie, right? I know you said, Ro, I want a little bit more moxie, maybe a little bit more visual.
A little fire on the sidelines.
Fire. He's got that, right? He's kind of that guy. So I'm look, I'd love to have either. And we're gonna have one of them. I don't believe that there's a scenario, barring a total meltdown, where we don't have one of them. I will say I don't in any way, shape, or form think that you can wait. So if one of them wants to make you wait before he makes a decision and the other one is ready to go, giddy up. Because reality is you have signing day next week. And that may make a difference.
To a couple of people, absolutely.
To a couple of people, it may make a difference. And it also may make a difference on who you can get in the portal in the next 10 days. And who may or may not hit the portal in the next 10 days. So wrap it up. I mean,
listen,
you can't let anyone hold you at bay, if you will. You've got to take the one who's ready, willing, and able to go. And I think either one of them are New Year's Day caliber quarterbacks with what they have around them here, especially the offensive line.
From our roster standpoint, you got to get one quickly because we also don't know what's going to happen with Jakari. He's going to play the bowl game.
Sure we do.
But, I mean, if he leaves after the bowl game, then you need to get another one in.
That's correct.
You can't have Emory be the primary backup. You need to have another.
Because we saw that last year.
Right.
Well, so here's the thing. If he leaves, so if Jakari leaves, and I believe that he will, the portal's open, I think, until the beginning of January.
I think it's the 4th.
3rd or 4th of January.
3rd or 4th it is, yeah.
I think a lot of the bowl games we played, I don't know this. I think Jakari leaves. I think he's going to try to put up some really nice film for himself in the bowl game and probably move on. And then you get one portal quarterback. What do you have? You've got 3 scholarship quarterbacks again.
You're right back to where you were.
You're right back to where you were.
With one being, Emory, who has 2 starts, and then Judd, who will be a true freshman.
Just got on campus.
And
may not. I don't even know if he's going to be here for the spring. You may have two.
Absolutely.
You may have 2 scholarships for spring ball.
And then you have the Florida State situation where you're one quarterback injury away, possibly your starter, and your backup is nowhere near at that level. And listen, you're going to take a hit, but it would be nice to have a little bit of home cooking because you're like, you know what? You don't really, you don't miss a beat. You don't want to Florida State this. That's all I'm saying. Don't go undefeated. Next thing you lose a quarterback, and then that's horrible. I think. I think every team learned from Florida State. I really do. They're like, we have to like try to get somebody that has some. Your 6 or 7 year guy.
Every team validated Tosa's argument from 6 weeks ago.
Yep.
Or Florida State validated Tosa's argument. That's all it did. 100%.
Because it's a violent sport. And then you just got to look at the Dolphins. Look what happened. I mean, look at all the injury. It's a violent sport. Look at all they just in one game. That's like, oh my God, everybody was going down every single play. So you got to be
question.
Go ahead.
Here's a question. Would you be okay with Will or Cam, Emory, Judd, and Bailey?
Yeah.
Because that may be more viable.
Without Bailey, no. Without Bailey, no.
Right.
With Bailey, yes.
Because it may be more viable than getting another transfer in.
Because you could go to Emory, because Emory has some film. He played last year. He's another year in the system, gets a little bit older. Maybe you don't. He's a potential for not to have the drop off, right? He's got the potential. Legit?
You think Bailey is going to possibly come here?
Bailey has the numbers.
Bailey,
listen,
you couldn't pay me to go to Miami right now. Like, bro, I've been in your backyard my whole fucking career, and you have ignored me. You've been at my games, offering all of my teammates that I throw the ball to, and you have ignored me. Now, all of a sudden, in the 11th hour, when I've been committed to NC State and they've been showing me love for a year and a half, you're going to throw go, bro. I would tell them to pound fucking sand.
And it's only for
you're not helping the case at all. I appreciate that.
It's only for one reason. But I know what Toast is getting at. It's for one reason. Because
who cares?
As a quarterback connoisseur, and it's so funny because the quarterback I'm going to reference him to, he's a little Philip Riverish. And what I mean by that,
he's a lot Philip Riverish.
And where did Philip Rivers go to college? Yeah. Okay. So he's a little Philip Riverish it doesn't look right when he throws. there's certain individuals that transcend what you think you should see mechanically. Phillip Rivers was the guy. He was completely successful, went to the NFL, and now he has like 27 kids.
27 children,
yeah. Him and Crow Marty are
on the way.
Him and Crow Marty are going back and forth.
That's what I said.
Gonna,
let the woman breathe, bro.
Dude, that's
like,
that's the Thanksgiving football game with those two families.
Anyways,
good God.
But because it doesn't look right, then that's the reason why they haven't offered him, and I waited until the 11th hour to do it.
I don't disagree with that.
If you
at
want to
all.
cut that out of the show, I don't want to hurt recruiting. So
keep it in.
Listen, dude, it's just like, listen, it's a package deal, and that's the only. I don't know. If I was that kid, I would just be. I had got pride in myself.
You're just doubling down on it. Fuck me.
Whatever, man. Sorry. Oh my God.
Look, he's. I will take this a step further and bring it to somebody who Miami fans love and adore, and couldn't wait to get on campus. He reminds me a lot of Ja'Cory. He's got that. He's lanky. He's tall. He's got this whip motion. I mean, sometimes it's from his hip. Actually, most times it's from his hip. But dude, he gets it there, man. He's just one of those guys. Like Rose said, he's one of those guys that plays, and when he lets it rip, you're like, holy shit. And I think, that type of lack of proper mechanics can certainly glaze over some coaches, right? He's the goods, though. He's the goods. I saw McCall just committed to NC State. That's going to be fun.
What about
that'll be really interesting to see him there.
Ro, your guy from wherever hit the portal.
Went to Maryland.
AJ, whatever. Yeah.
Went to Maryland
MJ.
today.
Yeah.
MJ.
Committed to Maryland today.
Okay.
Big fan of him. I've had the opportunity to talk to him. Like I said, we'll see what he does. Obviously, he left NC State, so
he's a good kid.
He is a very good kid.
Yeah.
NC State, obviously, in the driver's seat there. We'll see what happens. See if Miami can go ahead and have a Mary flip miss. There you go. And we'll see if Mario can.
We've seen crazier things.
We've seen crazier things.
And I've seen
somebody
kids
asked me earlier. Somebody asked
lock
me earlier,
it down to flip on signing day all day, right?
We're going to lose somebody we didn't expect to lose. We're going to flip somebody we didn't expect to flip. Well, welcome. I remember the, Cromani experience last year. And at that point, I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I've seen it. And then, we could possibly see that guy in a year or two in the portal, because this is the new age of college football. Remember Texas A&M's the greatest class ever assembled? How's that class?
They're all gone.
And you know what? And I got to credit the University of Miami here, because do you know how impossible it is to keep the number one class these days? You can't keep them start to finish. It's absolutely 1,000% impossible. The NIL money to get them in the door, but then it's the NIL money to keep them. So it's almost like you looked at and Mario was taking a lot of flack, right? Oh, look at all these 30 stars are first, and then he gets into 10. I almost look at it in terms of an NFL organization, right? Because you can only pay so many players. Now, college doesn't have a salary cap per se, but there's a realistic salary cap. There's so much money that an organization is going to be able to raise in this. It's not limitless. All right. Texas A&M was benefited from limitless funds, right? They were like the New York Yankees, just not phased by the luxury tax. They could do Texas tea money, right? But Miami doesn't have that. So Miami has to strategically figure out, where's my assets and my funds are going. Do you want to know why Will and Cam came down on visits down here? Because they're smart enough to realize that the NFL appropriations process for quarterbacks is high, so they probably kept their NIL money for a quarterback high. But you kind of have to, you got to take it from this perspective moving forward, right? Having the number one class is sexy. It's great on paper, but ask yourself again, you're not keeping that class. You're not keeping that class. It's impossible. So you have to praise more of the end game, the end finish. You want to have the portal influx, and you want to have your high school influx, and then you're going to have to go ahead and put a grade on that, because you might be 10 in the class, you might have a 10th best recruiting class, but then you have you just got to look at it, and then you got to see how well you can keep those guys. It's tough, man. It's a business.
It's become an entire. It's right. It's become an entirely separate business. You have your salary cap guy for the NFL, right? It's all he does is manage the salary cap and know what's going on, this and restructure the contracts and everything else. Same thing in the NBA, right? Which is like super complicated. But you have this to where all of that is pertinent. And I think you're going to get to a point, you're starting to see it. You're starting to see it with Miami. There was we just had, Colby left, unfortunately. And I think that may or may not have been a situation of, okay, what's the value here? And how much would we have to pay him to stay? And is it worth paying him that? Or can we get somebody cheaper that can give us 500 or 600 yards? And that is the end game of all conversations now. You're going to see college football, the best of the best are going to try to run it like Bill Belichick has run it for 20 years in New England. None of the star money except for who? The ones that are really, really important. And the rest of it is development, scheme fit, money ball, and production from somebody who's similar who just may not cost nearly as much. And you start to see it. We saw it just the other day.
Wide receiver? Is that
being
what you're
honest
talking
with
about?
you?
At the wide receiver position?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. We'll hint around it. We'll skirt around it too.
I just said it.
Yeah.
I just said. I mean, that's awesome. Now everyone's conversation is that. Can I get $500 or 500 yards cheaper than what this person's demanding? And if they demand and they need to leave, okay, you can
Remember
go.
what Drew Rosenhaus was talking about when we had him on our show? He was talking about the NFL. I have years and years of contract to have this basis of history, so I know what to demand in terms of contract. The problem with the new NIL market in college, you don't have that yet. Well, you're starting to see it. It didn't take long. It's so like the quarterbacks are getting these 7-figure NIL deals. Okay. Well, who gets the most money in the NFL? Right? A lot of times. So if you're the backup or third wide receiver on the team, or you're the backup tight end, you can ask for certain things, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're worth certain things.
They're going to go get a comparable guy, and they're going to be cheaper. And then they can stack that cash to get other dudes they need at a higher value position. I mean, it's just.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Or they value a high school kid coming in that could do admirably the job that you do, and it's like the rookie salary cap.
That's right.
Right, I think this is what you guys are talking about is exactly why you had the chairman of the NCAA come out with that whole idea about a week and a half ago about a new tier of all of the D1 programs where the school basically be able to have these kids under their own payroll NIL deal, so they could sign them to. This would be in addition to their scholarships and everything.
Correct.
Okay. That way the school would have more control over being able to allocate more cash into, because dude, like I was looking at endowments, right? It was something in the news, and obviously, like Harvard has the biggest endowment ever. Yale, you know who has the number 3 endowment for a school, public university in the any university?
Public?
No, any university, because Harvard's 1, Yale's 2. Guess who's number 3?
Vanderbilt.
Stanford.
University of Texas.
Oh, of course.
And literally $2 billion behind Yale, like right on their ass. Yeah. Like, so when you talk about money, bro, like some of these universities.
I laughed at it. I scoffed at it because they're like, I don't know what. Okay, paying the players is admirable. I get that. And you can put them under the university's payroll. But if you don't think gamesmanship is going to continue to happen, you don't think, okay, Alabama, all right, we're going to pay them and we're going to keep paying them more. Like, there's still going to be gamesmanship. They're still going to find a way. Well, okay, we're going to still offer them NIL money.
I think it's I think it's two different things, because I think that comes from a trust that basically you're just paying them.
Yeah,
it's not an NIL commitment. They don't have to work for it.
No,
right? How we had to get around all of it and did it right with Ruiz from the very beginning, where it was value for return on your investment, right? Which is really because it was a business. They had to provide you with, something.
It was
to get paid something.
Yeah.
Right now, out of this trust and the new, it's a trust, and you just pay them what you want to pay them. Now they're still going to get outside deals because they can now. So I don't
But I
think the
think you'll
two
see
will.
less
I don't think the two will conflict or converge. I think
I
they
think
will be
you'll see
separate
less
Well,
movement.
and viable.
But are they just going to set like a market value? So okay, this is what you're allowed to pay players.
No,
So
it's
Alabama
whatever you want to pay out of
No,
the
it's whatever
trust.
you want.
Yep. There's no.
There'll be
It's
an SEC
unlimited.
market,
It
there'll
is
be an
not
ACC
a limit.
market.
And there's the
Yeah.
gamesmanship. Of course that they're wanting
Right.
to do it because Alabama, the SEC schools of the world could be like, well, we could pay them a lot more from our
Well,
bank
yeah.
accounts than we can. So that's what I'm saying. It's
Correct,
just
but
the
it's going
gamesmanship.
Absolutely, it's going to. At some point, the return is not worth the investment. The people that are giving this money away have provided money to this endowment and to this trust because, for the most part, they're smart business people, and they're not going to just shit money down the toilet because, oh, I got to pay more for this guy. If you don't see a return on investment, they're not going to spend it, which goes back to our previous point of they're going to figure out how to manipulate this to do it as well as possible for the least amount of money and still try to win at the highest level.
All right, let us take a quick break. First, I want to talk about our friends at edmorse.com. As always, Scoop has got the lid on right now. Ed Morse, Teddy Morse's Harley Davidson, I should say. Also got the Power Sports. They are now a national auto dealership, folks. From sea to shining sea, Teddy has just been buying up and just sprouting up new Ed Morse automotives all over this great country of ours. And if you go to edmorse.com, right up at the top, pick the brand that you want, go shopping, get that thing all set up, get it delivered, go pick it up. It is edmorse.com, home of the price protection promise. Make sure you tell them the Orange Bowl boy sent you. edmorse.com.
.com. Boys, we keep talking about it. Gets a little cold. You know what happens when it gets cold? You get a little furry. And speaking of furry, I have a new little furry friend, and every time I try to touch my female furry little dog, he tries to like dog rape her, and it's like it's just bad. It's just bad. I know. He's getting neutered tomorrow.
Interesting segue when you're about to talk about your testicles.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting neutered tomorrow.
Chop,
But
chop.
if he wasn't getting neutered tomorrow, I would have definitely bought him the Manscaped 5.0 performance package.
Oh, you would have done it yourself?
Yeah, I would have totally did it myself. Come here, little guy. Don't dog rape. All right, leave my female alone. All right, my new little furry friend, my little guest. All right, but yeah, he definitely need Manscaped, and that could be a thing too. I mean, there's nothing on the Manscaped label. No, I'm pretty sure Manscaped doesn't want you to use it on your dog's balls.
No, I'm
but
pretty
you
sure
can
yes,
use it
yes.
on your balls, right? Use the promo code OBB, get 20% off, right? Perfect gift for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect gift for the holidays. Manscaped 5.0 comes with a travel bag too, and like nice little undies. Well, yeah.
They call it a dock kit, correct? The travel bag dock kit.
As long as it's not space docking, we're cool.
Okay. Scoopy, beating the bookie, been winning money for some folks. Man, he's just continuing to own the NHL. Doing very, very well
NHL's
there.
hot.
He had a parlay, as you know,
Another
last
parlay
week. That was
winner.
beautiful. Yeah.
He's killing. I mean, look, you guys, you see it on here. You see it on his free plays. Beatingthebookie.com is where you get the packages. We're getting into bowl season. Always a blast. More often than not, always a moneymaker. But really, honestly, get in for the NHL. And we've been telling you this. NHL is the way you're going to make the most. It is the most advantage you can have against the books. And he is crushing the NHL. He does it every year. That's why I tell you to bet the NHL. At Beating the Bookie on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, beatingthebookie.com is where you get all your stuff. Go make yourself some money. Don't be dumb. Make yourself some money and that's like your Christmas or your holiday gift to yourself.
Also, know he's got the bowl package. The first bowls are on Saturday, so you can go ahead and get
Already?
the entire. Yeah, the 16th.
Oh, are we going to do bowl
16th
pick'ems?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Yeah, we got to do the ones for
We have
we got to do
games?
some bowl pick'ems. Yeah. Oh, son of a.
We got to do every bowl game.
Oh,
No, we
fucking balls.
don't. No,
Jesus
we don't.
Christ, fucking Scoop.
No, we don't.
But anyways, but he's got a
Everyone,
college, he has a college
Yeah, because nothing screams bowl season like the Gasparilla Bowl.
Come on, let's
or
go.
the Bad Mower Bowl. Yeah, he's got a package for all the bowls.
The package.
The package.
Hey, it's
Right.
also blue tarp season. You don't want blue tarp. Nope. Stay away from blue tarp. We hate blue tarp. There's one number to call if you have a blue tarp. And if you want to be like in the giving mood, and it is that time of season, right? That time of year, If you see somebody with a blue tarp, just let them know about a little number. 954-305-561. It does not matter because the number 981 roof. 981 roof. 981 roof. Doesn't matter. Bange. Trusted company, local company, huge hurricane fans. You have to know a roofer in your life because you're going to get a roof leak. I have one right now. I keep saying it, and I keep putting it off. And I know the number to call, and I'm going to call you, boys. I promise. I'm going to call you. 954-305-ROOF.
981 roof.
Bange.
Bange.
Thank you, AI Roman. He even knows who to call.
Hey, I'm Paul.
You too. Give me a call.
All right, boys.
So
we
if
are
you had
back.
a guess,
Yes.
if I said, okay, take your pick, not on who you want, who do you think? Now you're listening to this on Thursday. It might already be out.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think the Miami Hurricanes sign in the portal at quarterback? And I'm only giving you two options because those are two realistic options. You got Cam Ward and you have Will Howard.
I'm going with Will Howard. I think we will be outbid for Cam Ward.
Oh, I don't think so. Cam Ward.
Okay.
I'm also going Will Howard.
Okay. We got our bases covered, though. One of us is going to be right, and two of us are going to be wrong.
Better than a 90% chance that they sign Will Howard. Yeah.
I'm going to go, and I've got a 98% confidence rate on that.
Oh, look at Scoopy with some hinting at some inside info.
No, I just think it's more. I think it's more realistic.
Yeah, I mean, does it look real? Does it look positive?
Because of timing.
Does it look positive when you basically go on a thing? And by all intents and purposes, in his own account, Cam had a fantastic time on his trip, but now he's still going to go take a trip to Florida State. Now they have DJ Ungali coming in too as well. So they're
imagine
due diligence, and we're not going to confirm or deny, but maybe that Florida State coach up there was blowing the phone of another quarterback that's not we mentioned. I don't know. He's kind of desperate for a portal quarterback too. Either way,
he's been calling around. Let's put it that way.
Big time.
All I know is that when he's in Tallahassee, it's going to be significantly colder than it was in Miami.
And significantly,
he's from Washington.
I know, but he's going to want it. He wants to be somewhere where it's warmer. And he's like, wow, I didn't realize Tallahassee was so cold.
Yeah.
What happens? What happens if Cam Ward gets, he's just too slow on the draw here. And Mario says, you know what? It's 1A for me. We're going with the guy who wants to be here right now. Takes Will Howard.
Mm-hmm.
And then Cam Ward goes and he meets with FSU, and DJ meets with FSU, and Norvell says, you know what? I think I like DJ better.
The way the game goes, man.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, because it could happen.
Yeah, sure.
And then everybody would be like, wait, what? I don't know. That's an interesting scenario.
Mm-hmm.
Because then there's not a ton of
well, someone would make room for
not
him.
a ton of great options. I guess USC, but you think he would have already had that conversation.
And I think Malik Murphy's probably going to go to either USC or Ohio State. I think that's
Malik Murphy's probably, yeah, I would say Ohio State's a great fit for him.
How about USC getting North Dakota State's head coach
to coach linebackers?
Are you like what? Like, dude's got the best D2 program in the country and just wins titles. And
he's tired of being in North Dakota,
bro. You know, he's been offered a head coaching job at D1 before.
And we sold that off. We sold that state off to the Fighting Trudeaus last episode.
Yes, we did.
So
yes, we did.
He just wants to be in Los Angeles.
He's an OBB fan. He just realized that there was going to be a revolt and there's a hostile takeover by the Fighting Trudeaus. You know, they were going to come in here with a box of tissues and wipe them all off the floor.
The guy from North Dakota, man, and I don't know his history. I don't know where he's from or his career path or where he's been and where he's lived. But going from North Dakota to the heart of LA,
good luck,
is going to be like going to Mars for that guy.
That is like the equivalence of Predator 1 with Arnold Schwarzenegger to Predator 2 with Danny Glover.
I like that.
great. That's awesome. That's great. Yeah.
Because that city, aside from being a shithole, is ungodly populated. Like the traffic.
Oh, with the 405 or
It's
whatever that is.
It's a gridlock.
It's a
dude.
gridlock.
It's a
yes,
gridlock.
parking lot.
It's
He's,
miserable.
he's probably
Every single day. I've never here. Hold on.
they
What
probably
time is
paid
it?
him.
It's
They
6
probably paid
o'clock.
him.
Hold on.
They
Go
probably
ahead.
paid him $1 million to be the linebacker coach.
Oh,
It's
I'm
like-
sure they had to like something, but I was just what a move.
And bro, for $1 million, you could get like a 1-1 efficiency. It's like, what are you doing,
All
bro?
Just
$1
for
million,
reference, I don't know
only
if you
bring
guys
home
can see it.
500.
Hold on. Let me see if you can. If I
No.
can.
Your
Hold on, I'm
friggin'
trying,
thing
I'm
is
trying.
blocking it out.
There you go. You can see it a little bit.
You can see a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's red.
Yeah.
I see row.
Everything's red.
It's 6 o'clock over
Yeah.
there right
Mhm.
now, and the entire city traffic on every highway is like the burgundy red, like not moving red. You have to
Ron Burgundy?
leave like 3 hours prior
I'm Ron
to.
Burgundy.
Yeah,
I'm Ron Burgundy.
and half
I'm
the
Ron
fucking
Burgundy?
roads are closed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what a disaster.
Nah, you couldn't
that
fucking
place
pay
is.
me to live there.
Oh, and
Oh,
the
no.
smog too.
Yeah, sure.
But Shohei's going there. Hey, real quick,
Mhm.
the NFL is considering making a fumble by the offensive side of the ball into the end zone less punitive because it's a touchback for the other team.
Right.
My question is, what seems fair as a replacement?
Say it again.
So you know how if you fumble the ball as an offense, but you fumbled it like on the sideline, they just give you back the ball where you fumbled on the sideline. But if you fumble it into the end zone and it's not recovered, it's a touchback for the other team.
Mhm.
So the NFL is looking to make a fumble into the end zone less punitive.
Got it.
So what would be?
It's a touchback for you.
No,
On
I
their
think you
20.
get the,
You get it at the 25.
No, I think you.
they're
You
25?
They're
I was like-
25. You get it
I was
at their
like, you're
25.
25.
No,
You
you get it at their
80 yards?
25.
Oh, they're 25. Oh, I was
You
going
get it at their
to. Oh, I
25.
was going to give it to you at their 5.
No,
Or
you move it
10.
out. Back it up.
Yeah,
You're an idiot.
okay.
You dropped it. You went through the end
Okay.
zone. You got to back it. It's a penalty. You got to penalize them a little bit, but you don't have to turn the ball over.
No, there's no 20-yard penalties though. It's 15.
Well, this one can be. Well,
Mhm.
now it's fuck you. We take the ball away from you.
Right.
So I mean, at least you get to keep it.
I say back them up to the 5. I say,
Yeah.
you get it shouldn't be punitive. You're right. The more you think about it, it's like you fumble it
Or
anywhere else and they don't recover it. You got it where you fumbled it from. You can't fumble it forward, but where you start to fumble, same shit. Just back them up to the 5.
sounds good.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Is that
That's a good question. I like the
was.
question. It just didn't. It didn't.
Speaking
it
of
didn't
questions,
percolate. It didn't percolate very well.
Speaking of questions, let's. Is it that time?
I don't know. Do we have anything else to talk about?
Do we have anything else to talk? Well, we have picks. We have picks. So
What
if you
picks?
want to, Scoop. So
We got
basically
bowl picks.
Bowl games.
So there are.
We have any good
there
ones?
are- between Saturday and Thursday of next week, there's 10 games.
Oh, let's
Oh
do
my
like 5
God.
games. We'll do half the bowls.
All right. So I'll run down. You figure out which 5 you want to do because these are all pretty much ass.
No, you pick them. I don't care.
All right.
The build up
So-
to that, they're all pretty
That's
much.
a good
ass.
I
sell.
mean, well, listen,
That's
we're
a
not
good
going to do
sell.
the. All right. So the very first game we're going to pick, the very first bowl game we're picking,
Okay. Yes.
it is on Saturday morning at 11 a.m.
Whew.
It is Georgia Southern and Ohio in the Myrtle Beach Bowl in Conway, South Carolina. It is on
Yes, sir.
ESPN.
You have a Myrtle
and,
Beach Bowl.
Yeah, Georgia Southern is giving. This bowl's been around for a few years. Georgia Southern is giving 3.5.
It's on the teal turf.
Ohio. Georgia Southern
Ohio.
just lost their quarterback. He went to
This is
Oh,
Ohio University. Ohio University.
Yes, I know the Bobcats,
Yes.
Yeah.
the Bobticks.
Yeah. Frank Solich.
Mhm.
Yeah. OH.
Or no, who coaches them now?
Frank
they're all-
Still
Solich
Frank
was
Solich?
Nebraska.
Did they do OH too? I
He-
mean,
he
they're
went to Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's been there for a while, I think.
It's the Myrtle Beach Bowl on Conway. Just so you know, Coastal Carolina. That's where it is. It's
Okay.
actually in Conway
Brooks Stadium.
South Carolina. Yeah, so that's their home
Yeah.
field.
Okay.
Even though
Yeah.
they
the
claim
teal
Myrtle
stuff.
Beach. Yeah, the teal
Yeah.
parade.
I'm taking the Bobcats. Georgia Southern. They lost their quarterback. He just went somewhere decent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one.
All right. I'm taking Ohio as well.
Nice.
Who you taking? Ron?
Io.
We all took Ohio.
All right. Next game will be. All right. Here's a good one. Saturday at 3:30. the what is this? The FBC is this the more? I don't know what the fuck this game. Oh, this is the avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. What?
What? What?
This is
Say
the
this again. What?
avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. So I guess they cure stuff. If you eat avocados from Mexico, you get curative stuff. This is Miami of Ohio and Appalachian State.
Hold on. Miami of Ohio just Miami of Ohio, not Ohio.
Yes. No, yes.
That's
team we
a good
played.
game, though, Miami of Ohio and App
Exactly.
State.
Team that we played against App State, 3:30 on ABC. This is App State given 6.5.
Give me Miami.
Miami.
And this is in Orlando.
Give me
that
Miami.
Dump Miami.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is such
FDC Mortgage Stadium.
Orlando is such a terrible place to play a bowl game.
So hold on. So that's turned into the avocados from Mexico Bowl?
It's not the
Avocados from Mexico Cure
Camping World
Bowl.
Camping World Bowl, or did they do another bowl there that's not?
No,
the
so
camping?
this is at FBC Mortgage Stadium. Did Camping World lose the naming rights?
I guess so.
I mean, there's only one stadium there.
So then I guess that, yeah. So I guess
And
this no longer
It's
Camping
not in the
World.
bounce house. So
No, it's not the bounce house. All right. Yeah, I'm taking Miami, Ohio.
Just
All right.
6 picks for the state of Ohio.
There you go. Here we go. Next game is going to be also Saturday. We're going to go with UCLA at Boise State. This is the Starco Brands LA Bowl at SoFi Stadium.
Ooh.
And UCLA is giving 4.
How many bowls are there?
Oh, a lot of them, like 50.
I think. Oh, can we do it? No, we can't do it that way. I wish we could do like a bracket of the names of the bowls,
Mm-hmm.
like rank them, because there are some really
So,
interesting
you're looking
bowls.
for the worst name?
Yeah, but like the avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl could be like a 3 seed. Like that's
Right.
real. That's really
Right.
bad. Good.
Mm-hmm.
So bad is good and
Bad is good. Like
Gotcha.
good is bad.
but we kind of can't because it's not a bracket.
Well, we're not doing all of them because then you'd want to have the R&L Carriers New Orleans Bowl listed, and I wasn't going to do that one.
Yeah, we'd have to do every game.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm
doing
picking
every game.
UCLA in the Fighting Chip Kellys.
What's the line?
It was UCLA, I believe, minus. Hold on,
-3.5 or
Minus
4.
3 now.
UCLA -4.
-4.
Boise State made a bowl game.
Yeah.
Yeah, UCLA all day.
Yeah, UCLA. Next game. This is going to be the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana. This is also Saturday night, the last game of the day. California against Texas Tech, an ACC team.
What's the line?
Oh, yeah, right. You need the line. That would be Texas Tech given 3. Cal getting some respect.
ACC me.
I'm
I'm
going
taking
Cal
Texas
too. I'm going with all the teams who didn't lose their quarterback in the portal.
Okay.
Cal.
ACC me. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Marshawn Lynch is going
Because
to make a
Texas
comeback.
Tech lost their 11th year quarterback.
He's going to steal another golf cart and he's going to run over their quarterback, and that's
Mm.
going to lead to a Cal victory.
Okay.
So interesting.
Runaway
So
golf cart.
The 8th year quarterback from Texas Tech so far is the only quarterback in the portal to go to Louisville. I find that interesting.
Isn't it weird?
All right. Monday night
What in the world?
is
Who are you picking
the.
that game, Toasty?
Well, I'm gonna,
Texas
I'm gonna
Tech.
take. I was gonna take Texas Tech, but I'm gonna take California because I was unaware that a quarterback left.
God almighty.
We're all on the same page. This is
There you
easy.
go. All right.
So
This
far,
is
you've
a
all
good
picked
one.
the same
Catch me.
games.
You'll
This
never
is
catch me
pointless.
picking
Yeah.
the same winners. Go ahead.
This is a great bowl, possibly the best bowl there is. Monday
Pop-Tart
night.
Bowl.
I'm sorry, Monday afternoon, 2:30, from Charlotte, North Carolina, ladies and gentlemen. It is the famous Toastery Bowl.
Toastery. Ooh, that's
The
no idea.
Toastery?
Yeah,
The
it's-
toaster strudel?
I don't know, famous Toastery Bowl.
The famous toastery bowl?
Yeah, famous, not the, just famous Toastery
So
Bowl.
famous toastery. What is famous toastery?
I don't know. I'm Googling it now. Famous Toastery Bowl. It used to be the Bahamas Bowl.
Oh, yeah, that left. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So first year in North Carolina.
What is up with the fucking
What is
name,
famous
assholes?
toastery?
Yeah, give me really Wikipedia, nothing about the actual name.
Famous toastery.
24 famous toastery was named the
They're a
title
fresh
sponsor of the
food
relocated
place.
bowl. Oh, doesn't tell me what they do.
It's a food company.
Okay. What kind of food?
Breakfast,
Toast?
brunch, lunch, all at once.
I'm sorry, breakfast, lunch, and brunch all at once.
All right. What?
Isn't breakfast and lunch brunch?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is
I
breakfast and lunch
understand.
all at once? Is that?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Maybe they'll explain it during the marketing.
I'm gonna indulge Scoop a little bit because I have a list of bowl names, and I'm gonna give you like early front runners
It's a franchise, a food franchise.
for a 1 or 2 seed. Right.
Okay,
To
let's
me,
do it.
this is definitely a 1 or 2 seed.
Let's go.
The Cricket Celebration Bowl.
Okay.
That's good.
Now, is that like the phone
Yeah,
cricket?
cricket. Yeah, cricket wireless.
Cricket
It's gotta be.
Celebration Bowl. But what does a Cricket Celebration sound like?
Well,
Like,
it's
what
for
are
the,
they- what are they
yeah, it's for
doing?
the cell phones, but yeah.
Okay, the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Okay, I like this one as well. The 68 Ventures Bowl. Why couldn't it be one more? Just saying.
Obvious reasons.
Okay. So, the Tex Act.
Or we're just gonna go through all the bowls now.
No.
No, he's looking for good names.
Texas Bowl. The Tex Act.
The Tax Act.
No.
Tex Act.
Oh, Tax Act. Texas.
It's
Bowl.
Tax
Okay.
Act.
Okay.
It's not the Tax Act. It's the
This
Tax
one's for
Act.
this one's
It isn't.
for toast. The Wasabi Fenway Bowl.
There you go. There you go.
That's a good
Listen,
one.
nothing's better than the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Okay, let's just be honest about it.
Obviously, the Pop Tarts Bowl. We know that.
Where's the Pop Tart Bowl played?
The Pop Tart
I
Bowl
think
is being
that's
played in
in,
Orlando,
here.
Florida.
Yeah, and it's got the edible mascot. So the winning team gets to eat the Pop-Tart mascot.
Oh, God.
It's edible. It's the first time there's ever been an edible mascot.
Yeah, so those are going to be the front runners.
Yeah.
Those
Oh
are
my
gonna be
God!
the
And you
front
know, there's a Barstool Sports Bowl.
Yeah.
Be strippers all over that thing, huh?
Can we petition Dr. Pepper to ban the bullshit push throw thing that they
Yeah.
do in
Ban
all
the
these
tush
bowls
push.
now?
and ban
Why?
that
Why
throw.
do you want to ban it? That's we like the Dr. Pepper halftime thing.
No, we
I
don't
still
like
see
it with
Tex
that.
Act.
It's
Why?
fucking stupid. If
Why?
you're not able to throw a football, then you don't get to play. I'm sorry. only the ones who are capable of actually throwing the rock into the Dr. Pepper can can play this game.
So you know, the young non-athlete physics kid who just figures out he's going to do this pushing thing to get $100,000 scholarship so he can go on in life and, you know, save whatever, can't participate because he can't throw a football.
And Dr. Pepper picked him on purpose.
Bro, whatever. They've got plenty of like chess tournaments with that kind of money.
Oh, wow.
Totally.
It must drive you crazy seeing them throw it like that. Yeah, I can
It
only
drives
imagine
me
Scoop is
nuts.
watching that and
Nuts.
just
I
cursing.
wanted that girl to win so badly.
Well, the push is the better methodology for this.
It's bullshit, though.
All right, but it's a better chance of going in from the distance. It's not you don't have to throw it like a football. It's only 5 yards away.
And they shouldn't throw a football. They should give him a fucking kettlebell.
It's a
Here,
football
sling it in
game.
there. Huh?
It's a football game. You know what they should do? They
That's
should
right. It's a football.
no,
You validated my
They
point.
should
It's a
back
football
it
game.
up to like 10 or 15 yards and give them Nerf footballs. Then they could actually throw them like smaller Nerf footballs. It's giving them
I'd be
the
totally
full-size
cool with that.
football that is throwing it off.
I would totally be cool with that too.
Just give them a smaller football.
And you have to throw it because you can't push it that far.
Yes.
I wanted the girl
That'd
to
be
win that
fine.
so bad.
And I think whoever loses
She was
has
like
to
a
get
physics.
thrown
She was like
head
this
first into the
nuclear-
Dr. Pepper can.
nuclear chemist major.
Yeah.
When's the last time
and
you had a Dr.
he was like I don't know what he was, but he wasn't.
He was an
nuclear
English
chemist.
major.
Something like that. I
When
didn't
was
want to
the last
say it.
time-
I didn't want to say something twice.
When was the last time you had a Dr. Pepper? Are you a fan of them?
I love Dr. Pepper. I haven't had it in probably 25 years.
Yeah, I was never big on Dr. Pepper.
I love
Me
Dr.
neither.
Pepper.
It just was weird. It was like a Coke with a weird taste.
Don't like it.
Yeah. And I don't like Mr. Pibb either.
Oh, that's root beer, right? Or is that the same?
No, I think
kind of
isn't that the
Dr.
same
Pepper?
thing as Dr. Pepper, just the other version?
Like Sprite versus 7-Up?
I think Sprite is not. No, Sprite's not 7-Up.
So
No,
before
but
this
like,
devolves into
how
5 questions, who's playing in the famous Toastery Bowl? By the way, we never even got the
Yeah. Oh my
damn
God, we didn't even do
teams.
the
We never
picks,
even
dude. Like,
got the
this whole
matchup.
show's off the fucking rails. At this stage.
Sprite is 7-Up is garbage.
It's
Yes,
the same
7-Up
thing,
is
isn't
ass.
It's
no.
so no.
Well, because
it's
now
so
they've
bad.
gotten Starry. Now there's a new one, Starry. I think
What?
Starry took over for 7-Up.
Starry.
7-Up's really
it's
bad.
lemon lime from
Sprite
Pepsi,
is
I
really
believe.
Sprite is a pretty
What's
epic
the bowl we
soda.
didn't pick? Which one
The
were you looking
famous
at?
The famous
Toastery
Toastery
Bowl?
Bowl.
We
It's
didn't get the
Western
teams.
Kentucky in Old Dominion, and that is on Monday.
Okay.
And this is Old Dominion's giving 2.5.
Hilltoppers.
I'm taking Western Kentucky as well. Yeah.
I'll go with that. I didn't pay attention.
All right. Tuesday,
Everybody picked the same picks.
Tuesday, you've got the Scooters Coffee Frisco
Oh, this
Bowl.
is what we're only picking 5 games. That was 5 games. Right? Why did we just go to?
Oh, well,
6?
then
that
we
was
got all right. Then we got to
That's
do
fine.
one more game because there's one more good game we got to do with this on Thursday.
These
South
are not
Florida.
good games.
No, the roof. Well, I'm not going to talk about this one because it's not a Paul Bange. It's the paulbange.com Boca Raton Bowl,
Gotcha.
and it is South Florida and Syracuse at FAU Stadium, 8:00 ESPN, and it is Syracuse giving 3.
USF me.
I'm taking Cuse. You know, the
Go
ACC.
Bulls.
Go
So we
Bulls.
all right. Go
Your boy
Bulls.
Golish.
Yes, sir. My spirit.
All right,
animal.
so there you go. There's our picks. Well, that was a fucking
6
mess.
games. Oh,
Sorry
my
about that,
goodness.
Jenners. That was awful.
Sorry, Jenners.
Oh my God, he's not going to do anything. He doesn't give a shit. Nothing to edit.
What am I going to do with
Clusterfuck.
this?
Yeah, he doesn't
What am I
care.
going to do with this?
What the fuck is he gonna? Hey, do we have any AI?
Oh, we will next week to preview the bowl game.
Oh, perfect.
They're
perfect,
back next
perfect.
week for the bowl preview.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Ooh,
They're
the
on-
big
they're
bowl
on
preview.
strike. What is AI? What is our AI counterpart?
Well, the bowl-
do on their days off?
Yeah.
They contemplate the famous Toastery Bowl.
So I threw a question out in a private OBB chat today that you guys aren't in that kind of threw some people for a loop. Let me ask you this question. This will be our first question. All right. Here we go. Oh, Jesus Christ.
5 questions.
5 questions. All right. Question number 1. What did the microwave oven evolve from, and what is the next evolution of it, and why have we not seen that yet?
Oh, we have seen it. I don't know what it evolved from. It evolved from the regular oven. That's easy. It evolved
How
from
the
the regular
fuck?
oven.
Hold on. How did the conventional oven evolve into the microwave oven? It's a whole different technology.
Because they had an oven that was too damn slow, so they wanted to go ahead and
found
evolve it for
something to
somebody
cook
fast.
faster inside a box. okay.
And
We got the microwave from the aliens. Just admit it.
okay, and the pyramids too, and we have seen it. We have seen where the evolution is going. You
Have
just
we?
have to think back. You got to think back to Back to the Future 2. Because they made that Pizza Hut pizza and whatever machine they did really fast. It was like instantaneously. So the Back to the Future 2 machine that made pizza, that's where we're going.
I don't think you can bring up fictional things to answers like that. I don't think that's how it
Well,
works.
it is fictional thing because we haven't invented it yet, Toast.
Well, that's my whole point. The microwave has been around for how many years and it hasn't evolved into anything. Every other thing we have after 30 years has evolved into something else, newer technology, more like microwave oven is still the same microwave fucking oven. Same fucking thing. Hasn't changed at all.
Yeah, some things just don't evolve. They're just kind of perfected at
Everything
the
evolves,
time.
bro. Everything
What
evolves.
what do you need better from it?
It's just that everything else like that evolves. Coffee makers evolve, stoves, refrigerators, everything evolves except the microwave.
maybe it's just met its mastery of evolution.
It was just maxed out from conception.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Chester Copperpot.
Jesus.
just a cup of pot.
My goodness, bro. All right, I don't know if that's
All right,
question 1,
Penguin,
but I got
go
a
ahead.
question for you.
Yes.
What would be some quirky side business for superheroes? I will go first. Superman as an X-ray tech. A lot of sexual harassment claims I could see with that one, but it is okay.
I would have to think any of them just would be phenomenal on OnlyFans because using their superpowers in a sexual way would be pretty fascinating.
But pick one. You have
All right, Wonder Woman. Tell me you're not tuning into that channel.
Okay, we all subscribe
only
to Wonder
the
Woman's
Michelle
OnlyFans,
Pfeiffer
by the way,
Catwoman.
all of us.
Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. And
There you go. There you go.
with any side whatever she wants to do.
Anne Hathaway's Catwoman was pretty damn good too.
Hallie wasn't bad either.
She's not bad.
Catwoman, any Catwoman,
Any Catwoman in just
Michelle
black
Pfeiffer on the
latex.
top.
Catwoman's
One
cat
seed.
sitting. See, there you go. Catwoman's cat sitting
They
service.
can cat sit. They can clean the litter box. They can. I almost said it.
You
I almost said it.
What
the world? Fuck, I'm gonna say it anyway. They can clean themselves.
I think that's just. Oh my god.
All
Well,
right.
I like watching them lick themselves.
Tis the season. Tis the season, boys.
Jesus.
What?
I mean,
All
I
right.
can't even.
All right, hold
I'm not
on,
even sure I can continue.
Next question.
Let's back this up. Let's back this up.
Mm.
Jenners, what's your answer, buddy?
Oh, for the superheroes?
Yeah.
Oh, Flash would make $1 million on doing DoorDash.
Oh wow.
DoorDash Flash.
Get your eye
There you
popping,
go.
like, bam,
DoorDash.
that fast,
DoorDash
just
Flash.
done.
DoorDash Flash. There you go. There you go. All right. Next question. Because 'tis the season, boys. 'Tis the season. What is your favorite Christmas movie?
Don't no one say it. Please, no one say
He's
it.
gonna say it because he's an
gonna
asshole.
say it
He's
'cause
dying
he's
to
a
say
dick.
it. Look
Just
at him.
because he's
He's
an
just
asshole.
dying.
giddy. Look at him. He's dancing
Look at him.
in his
He's
seat.
only
Just
asking
say
it so he can
Just
say
it. Just say it, Ro.
Go ahead and
Nope.
say it.
Just say it.
Nope. You go first.
What are you gonna wait for? It's not a fucking Christmas movie, bro.
I went first. Last question.
Whatever. I'm going
I'm
Elf.
going last. Elf? That's a
Elf's-
good movie.
It's a really good one.
Elf's phenomenal. It's better than what you're going to say, Ro.
There's so many good Christmas.
Yes, and none of them are the one that Ro's going to say.
No. Well, these are actually Christmas movies.
Right. Correct.
I mean, Christmas Vacation,
Okay.
all time.
Yeah, I mean
All
that
time.
is the ultimate. It's
I've
the
seen
ultimate.
it 7 million
I watch.
times.
We watch it
recite
every Christmas.
Yeah, it was.
We
on a
get
loop
up,
in
we
my
open
house.
presents, and we
Yeah,
put on Christmas Vacation.
There
absolutely.
you go.
So I have to go there.
Yeah, Christmas Story. Why? What did you think I was going to say?
You're such an
Now
idiot.
I have a
You're
machine
such an
gun.
idiot.
Do you think? So do you think? So Christmas Story used to be my favorite because it was kind of like this novelty thing, but it's like not really that good of a movie. Like the
well,
older
they
you get,
also-
you know what I mean?
And it's
Yeah.
also they show for 24 hours.
The leg lamp thing is just disgusting. It's like, who would want to buy a leg lamp? And I said,
Oh,
oh,
that's so
fudge.
70s.
No, I'm just
Or
kidding. It's Die
60s.
Hard.
Of
Let's
course.
go on to the next go.
Die Hard.
Do you guys like do you like guys like the Santa Claus ones with Tim Allen?
I
Yeah,
do.
those
I
are
do
good.
like
I
them.
do.
Yes.
Those are
I do like
fantastic.
Yeah, my daughter
They're
likes
very
those.
good.
They're good.
Love them.
The Santa
Mhm.
Claus.
And then
The
but
first one
now
was
have you
classic.
seen the Santa Chronicles with Kurt Russell
Kurt Russell.
and
Those are
Goldie
good
Hawn?
too.
Saw the
Those are
first
good
one.
too.
Those are
Good.
great too. There's three
First
of
one
those
was good.
also.
I didn't see
Those are the
second one.
newest. Those are like the newest ones. The Santa Chronicles are like the newest.
Really good.
All right. This question, when I saw this question, it got me to think. Out of all the questions I'm like, So thinking caps, boys. Why can we enjoy grinding 8 hours in a video game, but despise working 8 hours? Why don't we feel the same reward?
Well, because one's more fun than the other. I mean, grinding a video game. I mean, dude, you're just sitting there. Yeah, I mean, come on.
They
There's
tend
just
to
few
frown
things are
when you
better.
shoot your coworkers in the head.
Yeah, a few things are better
So-
than.
No, but it is true. Like I could sit there, and if I'm in a game season mode, and I'm unabated to anything around life, I can grind 8 hours, droning, doing the same thing just to level up.
Mhm.
That does not seem fun. I mean, legitimately, you're sitting there doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over, and you feel reward. You do. Oh, I prestiged again, bro. You touch.
Oh, I got a
grass
new
and get
camo
that.
for my gun. Yeah, I just made it gold. I just got a platinum. Yeah.
And we feel intense rewards for that. But like
Yeah.
you can have a rewarding job, do something, make a bunch of sale. Hey, nah, you don't get the same reward.
Nah, I got a gold Mac 10. I'll fucking blow your ass off with this shit, baby. Let's go.
Scooby has a hard time because he ain't
I'm
grinding
on
8 hours.
the opposite side of that. I'm on the
Because he's
totally
not-
opposite side.
He's not grinding 8 hours on a video game. So
No.
this was mainly to me and Toast, and Jenner's chimed in.
So you're telling me so I can grind 8 hours and doing what I do, and then
Mhm.
get paid. That's a lot better than playing some fake fucking bang bang game.
Okay.
Mhm.
Bang
Pew,
bang game.
pew,
He
pew.
called it a bang bang game.
Pew, 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 pew.
pew.
I will
Dude,
say,
love
though,
this game.
back in the day before kids, you know,
You played Madden like a motherfucker, bro.
oh, I played a ton of video games, but like I didn't play any of those types of games.
No,
like,
you
I would
played
play
sports games.
like sports games or Ratchet and Clank. You ever play Ratchet and Clank?
That's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
Ratchet and Clank was awesome. Like a legitimate game. So, I mean, literally, Steph and I she'd be my navigator. We'd sit at the house for an entire day, like you said, 8 to 10 hours. And the only time we stopped was to get something to eat. We were thirsty. We played that shit forever. Like that kind of stuff. That was fun.
All right. Next question.
Watch marathons.
And when I try to find it, but I couldn't find it. Okay, next question. What is the wildest thing you've ever seen or found in someone's house?
Oh, wildest thing.
Oh, no.
What the world is this? Yeah, what in the world is this? I mean,
What in the world is this?
yeah.
All right.
I
right,
was.
so-
I got one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Scooby.
No. Go ahead. You've had better. You go in more houses than I do. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. That
this
may
is-
not be
this is-
possible, but
this is early on in my career, and so we get the call and we get to the door and we already know it was a welfare check. We haven't seen him in about 30 days. I was like, oh, this can't be good. We go there, we see all the newspapers outside. We're like, yeah, this is not good. Start to get a little bit of a whiff. Yeah, this can't be good. So we go in. We find the gentleman. He had expired, and he was completely naked, and he'd been there for a while. And when I tell you, okay, he had a bed. He was in his bed, and I'm talking about his entire room. Cassette tape after cassette, because they were cassette tapes, and this is like we're well into like digital era. Cassette tape, all around is stacked to the roof of pornos.
Oh my God.
Butt naked, dead. I'm talking about
He went out in a blaze
thousands.
of glory. Yeah, he went out. He did doing his own bukkake.
Thousands.
Yeah,
I'm like, what the hell is this?
Holy shit.
he went out doing what he loved.
Oh my goodness. Oh my
Do you know
goodness.
that's every man's nightmare?
Right. Oh, it's got to
To
be
die naked
absolutely.
while you're rubbing one out.
Yeah. Right.
every
Right.
man's
And they just
nightmare.
find you with it in your
She
hand.
never thought about that.
So-
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so mine is kind of along the same line in terms of just deviant sexual behavior. When I was 11, we were at my friend's house, went into his parents' room, which we were told not to go into. And we opened a drawer. And what did we find in daddy's bedside? A ball gag.
Wow.
Never quite looked at Mr. O'Brien the same way again.
Maybe it was for the wife.
It was in his, well, yeah, it was in
Well,
his
it doesn't
bedside
matter. It's
table.
just easier
Yeah.
for him to get.
True.
You at least tell me you went into her drawer. I mean, you had to like
Well, that's where the whip was. Yeah.
exactly.
Mine's along the same lines. It's quite interesting how we all got to the same place. Went into a showing one time. Went into the master bedroom, or I think I'm supposed to say primary. I'll never say it. It's the master bedroom, and they had forgotten to put the swing away.
Oh,
Okay. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they
Well-
had that kind of sense of humor.
It was
Leave the
there.
swing out.
It was
Leave the
there.
swing out.
The swing was out, and I was like, "All right." I mean, I had some good clients. Everything was cool. All was fun and games.
Did they buy the house?
I don't know. I'm not sure if they bought it. I don't remember. I'm not sure if they tried it when I went out to the car either.
And I was saying honorable, because it's not. What did I
Honorable
find in the
mention. You had an
house?
honorable mention for this.
Yeah, because there was one time that's always going to stick with me. Again, we went there, welfare check. They never end well when they haven't seen somebody in a couple weeks. And when I'm telling you, there was a TV. The TV was on.
Mm-hmm.
It was a woman, probably in her 50s, literally. And I'm talking about with a remote control in her hand, just like this. And this is what she looked like, boys, just like this. Staring at the TV. Expired.
Listen.
And I'm looking at it. I immediately thought to myself, what the fuck did you just watch on TV?
What was the last thing
Right.
she saw that made her do that?
Did
So
you guys ever see
question.
the Wild Wild West?
No.
With Will Smith and Kevin Kline.
Oh yeah.
With the with when you die, they can put a light in there and they can see the last vision that was in your eye.
Yeah,
The last thing you saw.
So
Horrible movie.
with question 5 now and that, what in the world was that woman possibly watching?
Oh,
What
I know.
was on TV?
I know.
what it is, too.
Miami, Georgia Tech.
Yeah, the end of the Georgia Tech game. Yeah.
that was my yes. That's what she was watching.
That's it.
That would kill anybody.
Oh my God! I'm just lucky it didn't kill any of
Oh,
us.
That wasn't my answer.
What's your answer?
I was going to say the Hillary Clinton concession
You're
speech.
such an ass. Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
All right, boys. I think that's the show.
it ended her.
All right.
Well, listen, man. Hopefully we get an announcement for this QB1 thing, and let all of you
Hold
guys.
on, let me check
you know,
before we get off.
Yeah, just double check before we get off. 'Cause
Double
I'm
check
sure
before we go.
what'll
to bed.
happen is we'll drop this tomorrow. They'll make an announcement at 9 a.m. That's pretty
Yeah,
much how it
exactly.
usually works.
Hey, you got our thoughts. I mean, both quarterbacks 1A, 1A.
Yeah,
Both quarterbacks have the ability to move. One's a little bigger.
both of
He's got
them
like-
are going to deliver us to the college football playoff next year. So let's go.
Yeah, because there's like 12 teams. So
Yeah.
let's go. Playoffs are bust, baby.
Mm,
Nothing yet, Scoot.
I don't see anything official. I stand by my.
Your
Yeah,
Will
Scoot
Howard
seems to
pick.
think it's going to be Will Howard.
he's
I
like-
stand by Will Howard.
I'm going to go
Like
along with Scoot.
my 98% better than 7.5, or like your like 98%, like 98%. Like which one are we going here? Like mine or yours?
I'm going mine.
Okay.
All right, I love it.
Show title, boys.
Yeah, what are we calling this thing?
I wrote down that's where the whip was.
And that's what the show shall be called.
It's the only one that
I
made me
think
laugh
that's pretty
today.
much it.
That's where the whip was. Made me laugh too. The flash dash, maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
dude,
the
that was
DoorDash
that was
Flash.
phenomenal. DoorDash Flash.
DoorDash flash. That's like when are you gonna put those words together? And then what was the other one? Something about Ireland, but no, we won't go there.
All right. There you go, boys and girls. That's the show. We will be back. Yeah, so we'll do the bowl preview.
Which Catwoman would you like to see clean themselves more than the other?
Ooh, probably Hallie.
I'm thinking Hallie, yeah. I think she's probably got a longer tongue and is better sensually with it. I would, if I'm going to bet, I bet she has a longer tongue than Michelle Pfeiffer.
Not Michelle. No, definitely not Michelle.
No,
That
I think
Michelle.
Hallie.
And
could-
Anne
yeah.
Hathaway impressed me because of the acting performance she actually did.
I will put on a cat outfit and let her lick me all day long.
And there's your show title.
Oh.
And that would be the weirdest
that'd be
thing I've
cute.
ever
That'd
seen
be-
in somebody's house.
that's the
That would trump it.
that's what the lady saw at the end.
Yeah. I will
Toast in a
never
cat
forget that.
suit.
I
Being
will
licked by
never
Halle
forget
Berry.
that.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful.
Mr.
I
Williams
don't know.
ball gag.
Mister.
That is a show, as always.
Okay.
Help!